Officer Hill, without mentioning what she told you, what was...
And I'm also gonna, I don't know, we haven't talked about this before, but please just refer to her by her last name, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know that you've done anything other than that, but...
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Officer Hill, without stating what Miss Battle told you, what was her demeanor when you encountered her?
She seemed like she was frightened, scared.
And did you talk with her outside or inside that apartment, if you remember?
I don't remember that at the moment.
That's all right. Now, after speaking with her, did you go anywhere within that apartment complex?
Yes.
Where did you go?
I went to her, well, the call, her apartment was damaged from a rear balcony. So when I entered the apartment, I went to the direction of the rear balcony. She pointed out where her damages were. And we was like in the living room area of by the balcony.
And was her apartment, was it on the first floor, second floor? Or...
First floor.
Now, did you know before speaking with Miss Battle what kind of call you were responding to initially?
Yes.
What kind of call was that?
It was a shots fired call.
Now, Officer Hill, I want to approach you with what's been marked as State's Exhibits 3 Lima Lima through 64 Lima Lima. Now, Officer Hill, if you can, do me a favor and flip through from 3 Lima Lima through 64 Lima Lima. And when you're done, just look up at me.
Yes, sir.
What are those? 3
Just
through 64.
photos of the damaged property and some of the shell casings that we recovered from the scene.
Are they a fair and accurate of the photographs in the scene that you responded to on April 28, 2015?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to admit into evidence States Exhibits 3 through 64, Lima, Lima.
They're admitted without objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Officer Hill, I want to start with 3 through 12, Lima, Lima. What apartment was Miss Battle's apartment? After speaking with her, you said you went inside. What apartment was it that you all went to?
Apartment 1122.
And so I want to publish States Exhibit 3, Lima, Lima first. Now, Officer Hill, you had said she was on the first floor, apartment 1122,
Yeah, yes, sir.
and turning to 4 Lima Lima. Is this 1122 the apartment you went to with Miss Battle that night?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you describe for the jury what did you see when you went inside? I'm going to publish 5 Lima Lima, or I'll take a step back. You had first mentioned her back porch.
Mhm.
What was the damage that you noticed, if any, on Miss Battle's apartment porch?
You can tell that her back door was damaged, had glass shatter throughout the door. So when I went in, she pointed me into the direction, and I was able to see where the bullet made entry. And I just traced the direction and noticed that it went through her couch as well.
I'm going to walk through a couple of these photographs with you, Officer Hill. And
Okay.
Publishing 7 Lima Lima, can you orient for the jury? Do you see the damage you had just referenced in 7 Lima Lima?
Oh, yes, sir.
And where is it?
It's towards the bottom of the door or glass.
Is it where that blind is?
Damaged it. Yes, sir.
And once you trace that, can you show the jury on publishing 8 Lima Lima where that bullet?
Yeah. So the bullet, when it made entry through the door or the glass, it went directly to the couch cushion, like where the armrest is at, and it went through the pillows.
I'm going to publish 9 Lima Lima. Is 9 Lima Lima, is that the inside of Miss Battle's apartment door, 1122?
Yes.
And 10 Lima Lima, can you describe for the jury, is this the couch that you were just discussing with them about the bullet hole?
Yes, sir.
And 11 Lima Lima, where did you notice the damage in Miss Battle's couch in 11 Lima Lima?
Right at the bottom part of the arm cushion. Yeah, that's where the bullet went through.
And 12 Lima Lima, do you see any debris or that you saw that night in Miss Battle's apartment?
Yes.
Can you describe for the jury where that is?
It's right in between on the bottom right of the pillow, in between the green and red circles.
You direct my mouse, or you tell me, you talking about towards the right of where that clicker is?
Yes.
Now, was anyone else in the apartment with Miss Battle when you were walking through with her to see the damage?
Not that I seen though.
Did you ever become aware of any other apartments that were damaged?
Yeah, so after I got finished talking with Miss Battle, I walked outside where her balcony was at and just cased the area, and that's when I seen several other shell casings outside of apartment 1120.
Now, is apartment 1120, is that right next door to Miss Battle's apartment?
Yes.
Now, once after you looked through Miss Battles and saw these additional shell casings, was the lighting better or worse in terms of natural sunlight by that time?
Still about the same at that time.
And so when you first came on scene, it was dark out.
Mhm.
And did you notice the shell casings as the lighting got better?
So as I waited for the ID set to come out, take pictures of the damages, by that time it became daylight. So that's when I noticed several more shell cases in the middle of the street.
Now, would you have been the officer who radioed for ID to come out to 1903 Drew Drive?
Yes, sir.
And did a crime scene tech arrive?
Yes.
Now, after realizing this additional damage, was anyone in apartment 1120?
Initially, I didn't know. So we did try to do a knock and talk, make sure nobody wasn't injured inside the home or possibly deceased. So I was able to get the maintenance man of the complex to let me in for me to do a welfare check of the home. After I did the welfare check, I realized no one was in the home, so we secured the door and exited.
Now, I want to talk to you about what you saw inside apartment 1120. So I'm publishing 13 Lima Lima. Is this the inside of the outside of apartment 1120 next door to Miss Battles?
Yes.
Now, Officer Hill, was there also, or can you describe for the jury what I'm going to publish 15 Lima Lima? Is this the outside of apartment 1120?
Yes.
And what type of damage was in that apartment?
This apartment had a lot more damage to the glass, the windows. You can tell that more bullets hit this home compared to Miss Battles.
I'm showing you 16 Lima Lima, and I'm going to turn to 17 Lima Lima. What is that at the base of the door outside apartment 1120 on the ground?
Appears to be a shell casing.
And is there any glass that you see on the ground?
Yes.
Is that from shattered glass from bullets going through that back patio door?
Yes.
And is that a close-up 18 Lima Lima, Officer Hill, of what we were just discussing?
Yes.
Now, is 19 Lima Lima, is this the inside of apartment 1120?
That's correct.
Publishing 20 Lima Lima, was there any damage in the kitchen area of this apartment when you went inside to inspect it?
Yes.
And looking at 21 Lima Lima, what do you see in this photograph inside the kitchen of apartment 1120?
The oven was damaged from the bullets.
Was anyone shot inside apartment 1120 when you were there that night?
No.
And Officer Hill, with 22 Lima Lima, is this a piece of debris inside that apartment?
Yes.
And do you know what type of, either what that is? Does that have any connection with bullet?
Yes.
What is it?
Like fragment from a bullet.
Turning to 23 Lima Lima, inside of this apartment, was there any defects in the walls from inside that apartment?
Yes, sir.
And did you do a similar to how you did in Miss Battle's apartment in terms of try to trace to the best you can where the bullets came from the outside in?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm showing you is 24 Lima Lima. Do you see a defect in this photograph?
Yes.
Also publishing 25 Lima Lima. Do you see any defects in this photograph?
Yes.
And from your personal review, did you or did you not believe that these defects came from bullets?
Yes.
They did? Also showing you 26 Lima Lima. Do you see any defects here in this laundry room area of the apartment?
Yes.
And can you describe for the jury where it is?
It was right in the kind of middle of the picture, in between the cords, the hole.
27 Lima Lima. Was there any, and I'm going to actually go to a better one of 29 Lima Lima. Do you see any damage to this other window inside like the bedroom area of that apartment?
Yes.
And is where the mouse is the area of the window that has the bullet defect?
Yes, sir.
Is this another angle of that same window in 30 Lima Lima?
Yes.
And do you see, Officer Hill, in 31 Lima Lima, any bullet, projectiles, or debris in this photograph?
Yes.
Can you describe for the jury where that is?
So inside the left shoe.
And is it the all white shoes?
I'm sorry, yes, sir, the all white flat shoe.
And is it towards the toe or the heel of that shoe?
Towards the heel.
I'm going to move. Is that what you were describing, Officer Hill?
Yes.
Now, Officer Hill, once you looked in apartments 1120 and apartments 1122, did you ever go outside into the street area at 1903 Drew Drive?
Yes.
And what did you see outside in the street, outside of those back porches of those apartments?
Several shell casings.
And by several, how many shell casings did you see roughly outside in the street?
I would say over 20 at that time.
Turning or publishing 62 Lima Lima, can you describe for the jury in general what this photograph depicts?
Yeah, so everywhere you see a yellow marking on the ground is where we recovered a shell casing from.
So are all of these yellow placards in the street outside of 1903 Drew Drive indicative of shell casings or projectiles in the street?
Yes.
Publishing 63 Lima Lima, is this another view of those shell casings in the street?
Yes.
Now, Officer Hill, while the crime scene tech was there, there's a number, or how many, well, I'll do this. Do you see that this is placard number 1 and 32 Lima Lima?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to publish 61 Lima Lima. Publishing 60 Lima Lima. And Officer Hill, what is next to the placard in 28 as depicted on 60 Lima Lima next to placard number 28?
Shell casing.
And so was there 28 placards that were crime scene tech put on scene outside of 1903 Drew Drive?
Yes.